Good afternoon and welcome to the Performance Leadership Institute's Fun Friday video. Today's video isn't so much fun, but a moment to stop and remember our veterans who have sacrificed so much for our peace. Remembrance Day is coming up next week, and I thought that in honor of that, I would share one of my favorite stories about where I think the origins of operational excellence came from, which was the Battle of Vimy Ridge. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with it, the Battle of Vimy Ridge was the very first time in World War I where the Canadian units were going to be under the control of Canadian generals and leadership. So it was a uniquely Canadian campaign. They took a very Canadian approach to it, which was pretty much to throw out all of the traditional thinking about how planning for military campaigns should be done. And in true Canadian fashion, they decided that they were just going to apply some good old-fashioned common sense. Everybody, from the privates right on up through to the officer corps, were involved in discussions and planning for this campaign. Everybody knew what everybody else's role was, so if you were a private, you knew what the corporal and the sergeant were doing, and as well, if you were a unit, you knew what the units on each side of you were doing. This was meant to make sure that if anything happened during the heat of battle and gaps were formed, that people would know how to step in and take care of it. A very strong principle of operational excellence. Everybody needs to know what the team is doing. The result was phenomenal. Where the Allies had lost to that point 150,000 casualties and had never taken the ridge, the Canadians took that ridge in one morning at a cost of 10,000 casualties. It was a phenomenal success at 1/10 of the cost that the Allies had suffered to that point. And it was a benchmark that would establish the Canadian identity for this century and beyond. So we stop and we pause to remember not only the sacrifices that our veterans made on our behalf, but also some of the innovations that came out of things like Vimy Ridge that really are the basis of modern day operational excellence. So remember to celebrate Remembrance Day on Friday. Have a great weekend. See you next week. Bye for now.